what the actual okay, yes, something about this kit has obviously irritated me. If you think you know what it is, if you've built this kit and you think you know what this thing is, let me know in the comments before, so have a guess, because it's just bloody irritating. I'm still raging on the inside. But other than that, really nice kit. You'll see what's annoyed me later on in the video, so there may be some sweary words. Sorry about that, but this really does warrant it above all else. Really nice kit. Maces are good. Halberds are good. You can see there. You've got a mix. You can either put helmeted heads or hooded heads. I've kept the hooded heads. I like helmets on all my characters, and if anyone says it's because I can't paint faces, then yes, it's because I can't paint faces. But now, you might want to keep the shields off. The shield arm is effectively one arm. You could keep the shields off to make it a bit easier to paint. I just saw it, I'm going to glue it all on. You maybe could magnetize between the halberds and the maces if you really wanted to. It would be fiddly as all hell though, so I would not recommend that on these models. But if you're starved for cash and you just want to try it, go ahead. It's certainly possible. Swapping arms and shields between the models. So if you bought like two kits and you want the full squads to be kitted out with like the halberds or the maces, and you don't want them to look the same, you can do a bit of swapping. You might need a bit of green stuff to pad a bit more gaps, but yeah, it is possible. Definitely possible. But on with the review. So here we go. We've got the Celestian Sacresants. These are the new models released here. These are the ones with the shield and either the mace or the halberd. That's the Sister Superior option. So we'll get these unboxed and have a quick look at the sprues, and then I'll get them built up and we'll have a look at those. I've also got, coming up, I'm going to do more of invuln, but we'll do that in the next video. So right, usual gubbins, we get our how to build book. Nice transfer sheet. Hopefully you can see that. Might be a bit glary. We'll pop it over to one side. I never use transfers, so I'll have a quick flick through the book. And bases, of which there are 5, naturally enough, and the sprue. So we'll look at the sprue in a minute. Let's just flick through the book. So there's your pictures of your sprues. I think a really nice thing would be if they actually labelled the numbers and had like a key on it, so you knew which one was where. And 32mm bases. You've got a build variant for whatever. So for your Sacresant Superior, you've got this build option, and then for the, so you can build these as if you get 2 boxes, you could have a squad of 10. So that's relatively nice. And a few bits and pieces. Now, one thing I will note, because I'm just going to say I've already built 1 box of these, so I've done 1 box. This is my 2nd box. Is that this option is wrong. You can also throw in an axe, because she doesn't have to have the spear. She can be armed with the axe. So as you can see here on the back, so hopefully you can see there that that is an option only for the Sister Superior. So anyway, you can build it with the axe. You would just take the axe from this one, part 29 instead. So you can build them up, but they're all fairly easy to build up. Now I'm going to show you the sprue here, because this has really annoyed me. Hopefully you can see on this one. So if I refocus, because I'm going to need it up a little bit so you can actually see. Right. Can you see on that part 48, where the sprue joins the model? It's on the detail of the shoulder pad. It's not, see, it's not like with this one where it's on the rim around the head, on the very edge of the shoulder pad. On this one, it's on the detail, and I could not clip that off without completely ballsing up the detail. So I mean, what the actual fuck were they thinking putting that on there? Like, what the actual fuck? Other than that, great kit. So let's look at the sprues in a bit more detail. So you can see on this one, right? So this one and this one are part of a model, and you can see that the sprue joins on the rim for both of these. That's fine. Not on this one. Why couldn't they have done it on this one? It's just like, if I grab one of the models here, hopefully you can see on her shoulders how much of a pigsty that is. I cannot clip that out. I could not clip that out and make it good. And the models, gorgeous models. Really nice dynamic poses. I'll do a turntable shot obviously just to show you what they look like. But the shoulder pads, awful. And still a bit of cleanup needed. That's not too bad. But anyway, back to the sprues. So most of the models come in this same basic format. There's a bit of the front shin missing, but you get the two halves, you get the shield, you get one leg, you get the shin of it, and then a couple of head choices, like one with a hood or one with a helmet. Choice between the halberd and the mace, and then that's the shield arm. So when you're building this, glue. First thing you should do after you've unclipped it and tidied the tidied the mold lines off it and sprue marks, is glue the shield arm to the shield, unless you're planning on painting the shield separately, which is not unreasonable, but I didn't bother with that one. So glue the shield arm to the shield just to give it a chance to set, so when you go to mount it onto the model it's a bit easier to do. But yeah, other than that, like, I mean, there isn't really too much to these sprues. They're all very, very similar in style. So yeah, they're all very similar. Now, spare parts you get. So I have built these up as the squad. And you can see here, if I zoom back out again. Whoop. There we go. So hopefully you'll be able to see here what the spares situation is. So you can see you've got a spare backpack up there, a shield, the shield arm. I've got all the hooded heads and all the maces. So you could throw together a kit bashed squad of something just using the maces. Or if you were doing the halberds, you wouldn't have a shield, but meh. So apart from that one minor, well, not so minor, but right royal pain in the arse, this is a lovely kit to build. And both options, the mace or the halberds, I think look really, really good. And they give enough of a difference between the two styles of models that you don't really notice the similarities in poses. If you were to build a full squad up with the maces or a full squad up with the halberds, yeah, you would notice, but you can do a bit of arm swapping, so take that into account. But other than that, if you collect Sisters of Battle, then yeah, these are definitely something you want to look at. Just be aware of the annoyance of the sprue joining the shoulder. If you've made it this far, thanks very much for watching. There's another couple of videos there you can click on. You can click on the subscribe button if you want to, like the video if you want to, stick a comment down if you've anything to say, and in the meantime, happy wargaming, and I'll see you next time.